Meet one of the world's cheapest electric cars, the Mitsubishi EKX from Japan. It's the twin to the Nissan Sakura city car and they're joint Japan Car of the Year winners. It's priced from 2.5 million Japanese yen, or about 29,000 Australian dollars. Real-world driving range is between 120 and 140 kilometres versus a claim of 180 kilometres. Would Australians pay close to $30,000 for a car that's smaller than a Suzuki Swift or a Toyota Yaris and might not get a 5-star ANCAP safety rating? Let's take a closer look. Although it's evident in these images, the Mitsubishi EKX is small. According to the spec sheet, it's just 3.4 metres long, compared to 3.8 metres for a Suzuki Swift, and less than 1.5 metres wide, where most cars are 1.7 to 2 metres wide. And the passenger's door is within easy reach from the driver's seat. The electric motor has an output of 47 kilowatts and 195 newton metres, which is perky in a car that weighs about 1,100 kilograms. Under the floor is a 20 kilowatt-hour battery pack, which Mitsubishi claims delivers a maximum driving range of 180 kilometres, but media tests in Japan have generally pulled up in 120 to 140 kilometres. Energy consumption is rated at 12.4 kilowatt hours per 100 kilometres. Most other electric cars on sale in Australia today have an energy consumption rating between 14 and 20 kilowatt hours per 100 kilometres. The interior has an upmarket appearance, and a lot of the digital displays are shared with dearer models in the Mitsubishi and Nissan lineups. Backseat space is surprisingly generous. There's more room back there than in a Holden Caprice. Nevertheless, this is still a 4-seater rather than a 5-seater. And there's a handy fold-down armrest between the front seats. The boot, although small, is still practical enough for shopping or a couple of bags of luggage. We're driving through the streets of Tokyo, and what's instantly apparent is just how small these city cars are. It has a tall but a very narrow body. Backseat space is a lot roomier than you'd expect, and it's actually pretty comfortable up front, although we are shoulder to shoulder to our Minder from Mitsubishi. From the driver's point of view, you have a digital widescreen instrument display, a large infotainment screen, much like you'd expect on a normal full-size petrol-powered car. As with most electric cars, it's eerily quiet, it's smooth over the bumps, and it's very easy to drive. This is by no means a thorough road test. We've been given 20 minutes behind the wheel on the streets of Tokyo. However, that is its natural habitat. To sum up, the EKX will no doubt appeal to city commuters who don't need to go too far and need to squeeze into tight parking spaces. However, compatibility questions remain when a car like this is involved in a crash with a bigger, heavier vehicle that's more typical in Australia. Although the test drive was brief, it was still a telling insight into the culture of tiny cars in Japan and got us thinking about the suitability of such vehicles for Australia. Chances are this car would not earn a 5-star safety rating. In theory, it could even land with a score of 3 stars or less. And while it is cheap compared to the cost of other electric cars sold so far in Australia, will Australians embrace a $30,000 car the size of a briefcase? While there are no plans to introduce the Mitsubishi EKX locally, it's clear the Japanese company is at least thinking about it. We reckon it's too small and too vulnerable for Australian roads, even in city use. What do you think? Let us know in the comments below, or go to Drive.com.au to read more. Please hit like if you've enjoyed this video, and subscribe to this channel so you don't miss any future updates.